Hey.
You're adjusting yourself.
Hello.
Is that working? It's working.
I think so.
We are live. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, you wonderful people. How are we all?
I've got the heater on under here, so I'm,
Well,
a bit like on a Beyonce video again. My hair going.
Is that what you think you look like right now?
No, I don't think I look like Beyonce, but
Well, when your legs start to roast, just I can turn it off.
It's quite warm now, but we'll see.
Anyway.
Hello.
Welcome everyone. Welcome if you're new. The channel has gone crazy again on the back of a few interesting videos recently. So if you are new to this, we go live every Sunday at 8 p.m. to hang out with you lot, share what's been going on in our world, and chill out, really, have a chat. We have got the I put it there so it's not covering that and we can still see that.
Okay.
We popped the chat out from YouTube. We're still within StreamYards. We might be able to catch super chats if they came in, because we failed miserably last week, didn't we? We really messed it up.
Oh, did you?
What?
Have you put it to the top so you can say hello to people?
I did have it set at the top.
Okay, I haven't touched it.
But I can't highlight them on there, is the thing.
No, that's it.
Pete was first in today. Peter Ray, good to see you, mate. Let's highlight a few. If you are watching live, please pop in, say hello. We do try and answer questions and read out stuff. You can turn it off. I can do it.
Okay.
Hey, breathe in. But it does get tricky with the volume of viewers sometimes. Let's say a few hellos. We have Fat Girl Sewing. Hi. Damien's in. Niall. There's Pete. Hi, Pete. News Junkie. Sue. Hello, Sue. Charlie. Lots and lots of people saying hi. Hi, Mark. Victoria. Who isn't Victoria, is she?
She's Lindsay.
Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay. Steve, David, welcome. Kay, Ashley, lots of people. Welcome. Joseph, Julie, Leslie, Kim. Hey, Kim. So, yeah, hello, everybody. I will scroll to the end. Eventually. There we go. We're there. We're there. So, I put this kind of ironically because some of you may have noticed it wasn't business as usual this week.
It is now.
Is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to explain what happened this week?
I'll leave it up to you.
Oh, thanks. For those of you that aren't up to speed, and I'm sure many of you are. Oh, I see that. We'll get on that in a minute.
First.
Do you want to do that first? Okay.
So thank you, Jack. It says, hello, Nick and Andrea. Toothbrush arrived today. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Good. Hi, Jack. Appreciate it. Thanks for the order. Somebody bought 6 of those toothbrushes at £5 each today. Crazy order.
And
vintage
got one from
toothbrush.
Mike. Thank you, Mike. Keep positive both. Still loving the channel. Awesome.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you. What was I saying? I'm thrown now. Yeah, appreciate the super chats. You sorted?
Yeah, you were going to explain what happened this
Yes.
week. We've done a video explaining what happened this week, really.
On Tuesday, out of the blue, we had an account suspension. Again, the last one was because eBay didn't take our fees, despite having had a direct debit set up, and they suspended us, or not suspended, what's the word? Restricted our account a couple of months back. This time we weren't given a reason, and we still have not been given a reason, despite asking many times. And the account has now been switched back on.
It's been switched back on because some of you who've been here for a while know that we know Hannah from eBay. We went to eBay once to spend a very nice day there, and she got wind of it and she messaged us. We didn't message her. We didn't reach out to her. She messaged us and said, sorry, this is going on. I'm going to escalate it for you. And within hours, it was switched back on again. So, thank you to Hannah for doing that.
Which is great for us. But I mean, I wonder if we would have had our account back by now if we didn't have that helping hand, which we are really, really appreciative of. But it does make you wonder, Like I said, we didn't reach out to Hannah. We were just going through the we contacted eBay and had a very long conversation with somebody in America who couldn't give us any answers and just kept saying, oh, it's nothing to worry about, Mr. Hills. It's a routine procedure. And when our account was switched back on, we got a similar message, an email saying this was, I think I quoted it somewhere. Anyway, that said it was routine, something we often do to confirm users' IDs. So if this was routine, why shut down the account? Why not come to us and say, hi, we've got a routine procedure we need to carry out. Can you confirm your IDs and your address, which is what we had to do? And tackle it that way. Why go about it so heavy-handed? That's our frustration.
That's it. Jack's just said, did orders still go through? I got 2 payment errors. No, they didn't. No, we weren't able to sell anything at the time either.
Yeah, in the initial email, they said you can't list new items and you can't revise items and you can't set up a new account. But in reality, we couldn't sell. They closed us down because buyers were messaging saying, why can't I check out? I can't pay for this item. I can see your items, I can buy your items, but I can't check out. So eBay effectively, for this routine procedure, cut off our income.
Yeah.
Just like that.
And, you know, we've seen this happening in the last couple of weeks within the community.
It's not just us.
Yeah, other people have had their accounts completely shut down out of the blue. And not been given a reason for it. We've also seen people being restricted in the same way, and it's very scary when you put all of your trust in them to help you run your business, and you're paying them a service to run your business, and then suddenly you've got no ability to sell. It's very scary.
Yeah. Interestingly, when I spoke to Hannah at length about what was going on, and she did her best to help, which we are, again, very grateful for, I said to her, I'm happy to chat with you about this. I'm happy to chat with anyone at eBay about how that made us feel and how it crushed our trust in eBay in that moment. It really did. There's something about having no control over the stability of your business makes you feel very vulnerable. And I said that in that other video. That's what we tried to get across. Since that video, in fact, before the video went up, we were contacted again from, and I quote, the office of the president of eBay. From the same place that messaged us last time we had a big problem with eBay over the headlights scam. They've contacted us and they want to have a chat about our experience, and we are very prepared to tell them exactly how we feel about it. So that's hopefully going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know what eBay say. Sadly,
so,
go on.
You know, we will be talking about the fact that it's been happening to other people, and like you touched on a minute ago, that it's I just highlighted the first one there.
Okay.
Like you touched on a minute ago, it's very, very heavy-handed. You know, it'd be better to have some kind of some sort of heads up on it beforehand, a chance to correct things, a chance to do something about it before you can't sell at all, or
at least say what the issue is. That would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. We still don't know, and we're completely in the dark about it.
Yeah.
And I just really, really feel for everybody that's had their account just taken away and they have absolutely no idea. I can't imagine how frustrating that is.
Yeah. We've heard of people recently who haven't had a restriction. They've just had their account shut down with no recourse, no conversation.
No.
Just switched off. And that is frightening. Yeah. It really is. So quickly, you've highlighted there.
Yeah, so Gadget Man, thank you. Said, did you have a good Mother's Day? Did Ella make you a card? Yes, I've had a nice day. And yes, Ella made me a card. And she also made me like a little homemade pin dish, which is like a sort of flat dish with like a rim around it. She'd painted and decorated it with the Disney castle. It's really, really.
So she
lovely.
Made it out of clay and painted it. It was quite amazing.
Yeah.
And you got a homemade card. You should have brought them in.
Card.
You should have brought them in.
She's incredibly talented with her digital art, and she made me a digital art card. Which looks very professional. It's really good.
Hey, Carl, thank you for the super chat. Nick, you're wearing my long sleeve t-shirt. I thought this was mine, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knew? Yeah, I get this from Secret Santa this year. I think this was my Secret Santa, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
It was.
Maybe.
I don't know what you're talking about, Carl. It's my t-shirt. It's my favourite. It's a long sleeve. It's got DM on it. If those that don't know, that's the best band in the world. Fact.
So many comments that we're not managing to see.
We're going to try and get on some of the comments in a minute. I want to know people's opinion.
Thank you, Jack. Says, I like that jumper you have. Thank you.
Cheers, Jack.
Jumper. I found it a jumper trail, actually. It's a nice little find.
Yeah, you love your Disney.
Yeah.
Can I scroll back and pick out some of those comments? There's some really interesting comments, and we do try. I'm going to go back a bit. Where were we? There somewhere.
Do you want to take that comment off this screen there?
I can do.
I'm just going to find one.
I can do that. Okay. Hi. Okay. Let's see. No, I'm trying to find the comments that I saw.
Yeah.
I haven't received that yet. No. It will appear on the channel when it arrives. So the Dave has a comment. eBay is so huge and people depend on it. Why they put the fear into those who use it for their income is beyond me.
Yeah. So if you saw the video that we did, you'll see that we said we honestly had a conversation making a plan as to what we would do if we didn't have eBay to sell on.
Yep.
How would we take our business forward without eBay? Yeah.
I've seen a couple of comments about the speculating on the reason why, and it is likely that it was to do with an algorithm seeing what happened with that cartridge, right, which went crazy high, and then that auction was ended early on eBay's advice. I stress, I phoned eBay whilst that listing was live and explained this listing is being people are bidding with no intention of buying. They're just messing about. What should I do? Understanding that ending a listing early is not a good idea generally, and the risks around looking like you're selling off eBay is also another problem. You know, you take a high priced item down and disappears off eBay, it rightfully sets off alarm bells. So I rang them and said, I don't want any repercussions, ironically, to our account. But they haven't confirmed it was anything to do with that. But likely it is. But it's still the same problem. Why they should have just contacted us and said, we've seen this on your account, like the bank does.
Yeah.
If you go on a spending spree on your credit card, we've had this in the past. If we spend a lot of money on something out of the blue.
We've had it with stock. When we had the shop, we would, decide to invest some in stock, and then the bank would freeze our account and be like, well, this is different.
Yes. Why has 20 grand gone from your card on all these multiple purchases?
Yeah.
But they contact you, right? And they confirm what's going on. Was this activity can you explain this activity? Fine. We were just worried about your account. And I could see why that's a positive thing eBay's doing. We saw this crazy activity on your account. We were concerned for you and our customers and our platform.
Yeah.
Have a conversation with us, though.
Once you're alerted to that, like sometimes you get on different other accounts, you get alerted, oh, you signed in on this. If this wasn't you, then please contact us or whatever. You know, it's that sort of thing. It's like, we've seen this activity going on your account. If this wasn't you and you've got an issue, please contact us. You know, and then they can help us in that way, perhaps.
Yeah.
Not just shut it down without any explanation.
Yeah.
I did highlight something else, though.
I apologise. Shall I read that while I've got it there? Hi, Heather. What I don't understand is why we don't get told what the problem is. That's exactly what we're frustrated about. When something happens, you can't fix what you don't know about. Yeah. you have the potential to make the same mistake. That's the worrying thing. Go on.
Yeah, Carl was asking if we were please tell them about others. We will mention that. We will mention what has been happening within the community, what
Absolutely.
we've heard. We will certainly speak for the rest of the community as well.
Here's another thing that eBay need to realize. We are no longer kind of in our own little bubble. I hear about what's going on within our community. We make videos, other people make videos. So treating individual customers really badly doesn't happen in isolation, is what I'm saying. This stuff gets shared and it builds a feeling. We've been seeing it growing for ages, that this feeling that selling on eBay, you can't bank on that anymore. That's how it feels. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. That's how eBay is making us as business owners on eBay feel. Is I might not have an account next month. I might do something completely inadvertently that triggers some algorithm and my account's gone. So what it's doing, it's making people like us this week actively push other avenues. And eBay is losing business because of how they are treating their customers and how they're responding to issues. I'm not saying there's not issues on accounts. I'm not saying they shouldn't respond to these issues. It's how they do it. It's how they respond.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I went off on one.
Mr. Sprout says, I have no trust in algorithms. It's computers trying to be human. And I completely agree with you. And I think this is a major part of issues, not just with eBay, but just in the modern world right now. It's dehumanizing things.
Well, use the algorithm to flag up an issue and then have people, yes, I know people are expensive, eBay, but people to say, okay, Nick and Andrea's account is flagged up, suspicious account activity, whatever it might be. Get a human to look at it and relate that when we phoned up and said, this is going on our account, we know it's a problem. How do I best deal with it? The woman said, I've put a note on your account to say you phoned and to say that there's no problem. And we've advised you to end that auction and sell it as a buy it now. If they'd have just put 2 and 2 together, they'd have seen, okay, this has been dealt with. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
We're aware, eBay are aware, move on.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what Peter's saying here. Basically, unfortunately, one person Nick spoke to knew what they were doing, and sounds like the others didn't.
Yeah.
And so it's no communication within the platform. We did speak to someone, and like they say, they said they were putting a note on our account. So why didn't they see that?
Yeah. If that's the problem, we don't even know if that's the problem because they won't tell us why it happened. All they're saying is it was a routine procedure we often carry out on accounts. Yeah.
Ben says, I'm done with eBay. Did many years with no faults. Was ill start of the pandemic, refunded everyone who didn't receive their goods. I spent at least $500 a month on seller fees. Yeah. And I think this is what we've said to Hannah as well, isn't it? There are so many people that are leaving the platform because of losing trust and the way that they're being treated.
Yeah.
And Ben's one of them. Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And I've said it many times. We don't work for eBay. We don't work for eBay. We pay them for a service. We are their customers.
Well, they need to realize that more and more there are other options. Other options are becoming available. Honestly, I don't think any actually do compete with eBay. For how we run our business, I don't think there is something that competes on a level. But we could spread our risk around. We could start pushing our Amazon again, which at the moment I'm not even doing Amazon.
Well, Amazon annoyed us as well.
That's another story. That's another story. We barely push our Etsy. We barely push Facebook. We don't really push direct selling through this platform, which we could. There's many options. But we shouldn't feel pushed. It should be our choice, right? At the moment, it doesn't feel like it's a choice. It feels like, as sensible business owners, we have to.
Mm-hmm.
because next week we may not have an eBay account. That's how they're making us feel, whether they know it or not. That's the net result of this sort of thing happening.
Yeah.
And it's not just us, as you guys are pointing out.
On another note, Jack's worried that his order for his Guess Who spare hasn't come through.
I haven't seen it, Jack. I will take a look after. Well, I can look now. I don't think it has, because it's not a pending. I think I caught up with packaging earlier, actually. So I don't think so,
Clive
Jack.
says the fees are crazy. Maybe, but if you had a high street shop, you'd be paying a hell of a lot more. So, you know, I don't begrudge the fees, to be honest.
No, I don't think the fees
providing the service.
Exactly. I don't think the fees are crazy for what you get. Others disagree. That's fine. But we come from a high street retail background, spending tens of thousands of pounds on rents. You know, so the 10% or the 15%, if you include the managed payments and all of that, not terrible, actually. Although I know it feels like a lot.
Hannah Smithy says eBay should respect their sellers. They wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for customers / sellers. Absolutely. Yeah.
We are their customers. We pay them for a service.
Yeah.
Oh, tickly throat. Oh, what are you looking for?
Oh, looking for a comment to highlight. Grant Resale says, Nick and Andrea have such a big following. What if you launched your own platform to sell items on? Well, that was in part of our conversation.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if we would, but it was something that we discussed, you know.
Selling through our own mediums, through our own Facebook or our own website is one thing just for us. Setting up a platform that multiple people can use, like eBay, is such a huge task. And we are happy with our relatively stress-free life. The money you would need to invest in something that works and is successful is astronomical, and not something we're seriously thinking about. It's not going to happen.
we haven't made this video yet, but we do intend to make a video talking about the reasons why we've given up on Amazon for the time being.
For the time being, yeah, it's another conversation for a different night, Jack. You don't have to keep super chatting as well. We'll try and read out the comments if you see them, but appreciate it. Thanks, Ollie. It says, hi, Nick and Andrew. Congratulations on getting to 55K. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, I just highlighted Lex's comment. The sellers are eBay's customers. Buyers are our customers. Annoying that eBay don't agree. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, actually.
So I will.
Yeah, let me scroll back a little bit. I was just. So talking about other platforms, I'm sure you've seen on various channels this eBay gum platform.
Well, Mike's in and he's been doing
has been courting around and trying to drum up custom. Fantastic. And I am totally up for a new platform. I have looked at it and it needs so much work. I want them to do well. I really do. Can I just say though, worst website name in history? Is it just me? Is that just me? It sounds unprofessional. It sounds unprofessional and I don't know. But yes, I what's the question again? Question, has anyone of 730 watching sold anything via eBay gum?
That's an interesting question.
I've still not found someone that's sold on there. And I now know quite a few people that are trying.
Yeah. Well, Richard's on there, isn't he?
I think Richard's got stuff on there. Yeah. Interesting, Niall. It's expensive for them to employ people to look into small things that come up on accounts. But what they need to know is they have made a multi-billion-pound company from small businesses.
Yes.
Yes. It does feel like it's corner cutting, but it's eroding their platform. It's eroding the trust in their platform. We had a very big dinner just before coming live.
Literally, I'm sitting here like...
We've eaten a massive nut roast and a ton of vegetables. Yeah, Niall, I agree. Yeah. I think they do need to invest more time in supporting sellers and making sellers feel safe on their platform, as in safe that we'll have a business in a month's time.
This is a good point from F&S Resellers.
Hi, guys.
Sellers haven't heard of it. How are buyers going to find it?
Well, I think they're going to do loads of promotions soon, apparently. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
And there was meant to be a big overhaul on the site. I don't know. It is a massive proposition to try and create an alternative. I still think our best bet is Facebook because they have the billions to do it if they wanted to.
I don't like Facebook.
Well, I'm not a fan of Facebook really, but they're the ones with the money and the customer base already there, right? The amount of people that use Facebook already. Facebook Marketplace works to a certain extent at the moment, but it doesn't have the protections built in. And although we all like to moan about, well, actually, I don't like to moan about eBay, but although eBay has its issues, they do have certain protections built in. The problem with Facebook is it's like the Wild West of selling now. Anything goes. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they have the money and the customer base to challenge eBay if they wanted to. It's whether they actually want to, I think. Anyway.
Hello, Santa Claus.
Santa's in. Hey, Santa.
Says, sorry to hear about your continued trouble with the folks at eBay. I've moved the lot of them to my naughty list. Thank you, Santa.
Oh, what's that? All eBay staff on the naughty list. Wow. I'll message Hannah and let her know. I'm joking, Hannah. I'm joking. Thanks, Santa. I do like it. Like the fact that we have Santa Claus watching.
Josh says Facebook in America has shipping. We need that here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Facebook Shops has properly launched in the UK yet, in the same way that it has in America, but that does look like quite a good idea.
Yeah. We've been talking a bit about your channel and the sort of stuff that you go out and buy, the ceramics, the collectibles and stuff, selling it through Instagram and through your channel.
Yeah, that's something that could work on our own platform. But you were saying like some of the things that you sell, like for instance the shoes and the cubes and that sort of thing, isn't something that's suited to selling on our own platform because you need to reach a bigger market for that.
For what I do and how I do it, you've all seen the sort of random stuff I do. eBay is perfect for selling it, and I think I'd struggle to find other avenues that match it perfectly. But I can adapt what I sell, what I buy and sell. I've always done that. You know, we used to do nothing but Lego, nothing but clothing. We've experimented so many times, and adapting and being adaptable is necessary in this business, I think. Here's the thing. I would prefer to stay on eBay and keep things as they are.
Yeah, of course you would.
That's the ideal for me, honestly.
Like we said in our video, if you haven't seen it, go and watch. But if we were saying basically that we don't want to bash eBay. We've used them for over 20 years.
Yeah.
We just want eBay to listen to us, to learn that perhaps the way they're going about things is not necessarily the right way, and it's causing a lot of problems within small businesses. And that's all we want. We just want eBay to listen to us and take it into account and to treat us, as we've been saying throughout this chat, treat us as their customers and not people that work for them, because that's how we've all been feeling recently.
Well, treat us as people.
Yeah,
that their actions affect. You know, we had that gut-wrenching feeling of, oh my God, really, what's going on? You know, so I mean, I've not had a reply, but the chat with eBay, not a public chat, a private phone call with eBay tomorrow. They want to hear. So this is what we're going to say. I have no problem with being totally honest about how they make us feel, what is going on, that we hear from our community. And that how eBay is acting is forcing people off the platform or forcing people to look for alternatives. Yeah. And if that's not what they want to achieve, they need to readdress the balance of how they interact with us. that's what we're going to say in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And ask for some questions about what happened. Tell us what triggered this then. See if we get an answer.
I just highlighted that to say hello to Rod. Hi, Rod.
Hey, Rod.
So, yeah.
Hey, Dermot. Good to see you, mate. Okay, let me scroll back and see. I have used Zifit. I made a video not that long ago about comparing Magpie, Zifit, We Buy Books, and whoever else it was. Quite an interesting result on that. I think Zifit came out the best, if I remember rightly. Yeah, auctions through Facebook. Yeah, we've talked about live auctions. Not sure really that's how we want to go.
It seems to be a thing in America, and we weren't sure whether we should try it. I'm not sure.
Again, with what some of the stuff I tend to is, and next we have a white pair of work shoes, size 8. It's just not the right fit. But with Andrea's cool collectible mid-century stuff, yes. And we follow some channels in America that do incredibly well, showing themselves thrifting and finding cool stuff, and then they sell it all through their own site or through their own channel.
Yeah. So,
whether that's a business model as a whole, whether you can earn a living doing that.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that they do just to sell. It just happens that they do.
Yeah, I think it supplements their income. But there is a model in there, but I'm not sure we could earn the same money we currently do on eBay. Let's put it that way.
And
hey, Darren, I believe we
really want to turn our YouTubes into that anyway.
No. So. Now, Darren is the eBay Gum guy, I believe. Hi, Darren.
Okay, hello, Darren.
We have spent 18 months developing a site that us sellers want and need. We are here listening to sellers. Good.
Okay.
Like I've said before, I would love a serious alternative.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll have a chat with you and give you my opinions on the site if you really want. I wish you all the best, 100%. And as we said before, people saying we could do it. I know we couldn't do it. And I admire your courage to go for that. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, so many people in. I'm sorry we're missing stuff.
A couple of super chats. There's one here. Jack's wanting to know.
Do you have a listing for 5? Yeah, I made a listing tonight. I had a conversation with a couple of people who wanted to do a bulk deal. And because they'd messaged on eBay, I can't discuss doing a bulk deal off of eBay, obviously, because they found me through eBay. So I said, yeah, bulk deals are available. And I set up a listing for, how many pairs did I do? For 50 pairs. Did you say 500 pairs?
Yeah.
See, you need to just message me on Facebook. I can have a private conversation about that. But I don't even think I've got 500 pairs. And that's a lot of money, Jack. But yeah, you need to speak to me in private. Mike, good to see you, Mike. Different Mike from before. eBay sale, 1 day Scotland, same day America, Canada, Brazil, and Malta. What?
No, I didn't understand that either. I hope you could shed some light on it.
hang on. eBay sale, 1 day Scotland.
eBay say 1 day Scotland, same day.
I don't understand what you mean, Mike. No, I'm sorry.
We're confused.
I don't know what that means, Mike.
Sorry, Mike.
It's probably us, not you, but we're not getting that. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Hi, Keith. Shall I read that one? In IT tech field, we learned how important it was to have a disaster recovery plan. So it has taken this eBay episode for you to realize this. It's not a nice feeling for sure. Yeah, and it's not that we'd never discussed that before. And many people have suggested, build up other things, have many irons in different fires, or whatever the phrase is. And we kind of do that anyway. You know, we've always done Amazon, although we're stepping back from Amazon right now. We've always done Etsy. We've always done local stuff. But what this has done has really hammered it home that it's not a choice. It's not necessarily a choice. That can be forced on you. And perhaps we need to speed up our experimenting in case the choice is made for us. So, yeah. but I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah. Hi, Stall. Says, my impression is that I don't know if you're talking about, we were talking about Recycled Life. My impression is that their main income becomes YouTube and they need to keep buying to supply the content.
That's another thing. And
see, I don't think that's not my impression. If we're talking about them, that's not my impression of them, because, well, certainly not Laura anyway, because she's been dealing in mid-century stuff for many years, and she's passionate about it. So I think that you know, she makes the content because she's so passionate about what she does.
Is that Jack? And then, that Jack offering?
And then Darren says that he would love your opinion on the new release.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Get in touch and we'll have a chat. I don't know who's. I've just had an offer on a job lot of shoes on eBay. Okay, cool. I will look into that after. If that's you, Jack, I'll have a chat. Hi,
Martin.
Oh, I was going to say something then, and I forgot what it was.
Moving house this week due to watching you guys and charity shop closed. I've hit eBay again. Listing remotes was a massive shock.
Listing remotes was a massive shock? As in a good shock? I love selling remotes.
Jumped.
Moving house this week. Oh, yeah. We've not done anything towards that since we last talked about it, have we?
No,
we might have a look at some houses.
We're not in a massive hurry, so
yeah.
There's a lot to do before we do
that. Interestingly, going back to Stall, doesn't Stall sell on Etsy now?
Yeah.
Full stop.
I think so. Correct us if we're wrong. I think that.
Oh, before we read that, my
I had
point.
The impression that you only sold on Etsy, but correct us if we're wrong.
It was an interesting point you made about the Recycled Life, which is an American channel. Maybe they are now getting their income from YouTube and they do the thrifting to supplement that and to keep that going. And some people have said to us, well, you earn a living from YouTube, don't you? And the case with that is still no.
No, we don't.
It is a significant revenue stream now. Yes. But we'd have to go some to earn what we do on eBay on here. Some weeks, if we have a few really good videos out, it does really well for us, you know. And if eBay's on a slow and YouTube's on a fast, sometimes it's the other way round. But we're not quite there with earning a living from YouTube.
No.
Plus, like you said, we would have to keep the reselling going for the content, and it would be a bizarre.
So yeah, we still do YouTube because we love it, and anything that we make from it is a bonus.
Huge bonus. Yeah, it's a very nice bonus.
It helps to pay for a nice holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So reselling therapy says eBay should be regulated by the government. You can't close businesses where you want and treat sellers like that. eBay went too far already. Well, I suppose at the end of the day, it is their business and they can have anybody on their site they want and get rid of anybody they want. It's not really closing a business, is it? Because the business still exists. It's just that the business has got that particular avenue of selling taken away from it. So,
and eBay will have in all of their terms and conditions that if certain things happen, certain things are breached, they have the right to close the account. It'll all be written in. As for the regulation, how they are regulated, I have no idea. I mean, obviously they're an American company anyway. Although they're based in Europe, aren't they? The one we're on.
Yeah.
eBay Europe.
Yeah.
I've no idea how or if they're regulated in that way. Wow, so much chat. Thanks for the messages. Hi, John.
Oh, so Storm and not specifically anybody, but just generally.
Yeah. Okay.
If you were to make a living on, through YouTube, you'd still, which is what we said. We'd still need the content. Yeah. Neil has that point to make.
Hi, Neil. I don't think the community is big enough to make a difference to eBay. There are thousands of resellers not in a community. You're probably right. But I do think that maybe they're unaware of the general feeling within sellers in general that eBay is becoming a risk as a business. That's how it feels. And I never felt like that until fairly recently. I felt that my eBay account was safe. And sadly, that is not the case now. It just isn't. I feel that is out of my hands now.
Yeah. Oh, it's David McGregor. Hello.
Hey, David. I love eBay, but we made the decision 3 years that we can't, 3 years ago, I assume, that we can't have eggs in one basket. We do eBay, Etsy, Shopify, Amazon, and Comic Cons. When COVID hit and all cons stopped, so grateful to have diversified. Exactly.
Yeah.
And we have always diversified, but eBay has been like the light. Well, not always, actually. For a while, Amazon was kind of on a level, and we've pared our Amazon down. Whole other conversation, that one. So at the moment, eBay is like massive, isn't it? Probably 80% of our income.
Yeah.
Through reselling.
Yeah.
So that needs to be adjusted. If this is how eBay are going to treat us moving forward, that needs to come down to like 50% or something of our reselling income.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I wasn't really listening. I'm sorry.
I like how you were nodding, going, yeah. Not really listening.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get a word
I'm just
in.
waiting for you to stop talking.
I'm trying to get a word in. I just want to say that Store says he sells occasionally on eBay too, but yeah, majority is on Etsy. Yeah. Sorry, I was reading the chat. And,
it's all right. It's all right. Well, I'm really sorry if we don't get to your comments. There's so much to read out.
Chats, so I have to find those.
Yeah, apologies for missing stuff. Jack, you don't need to keep super chatting, mate. Appreciate it, but sorry if it is a silly question. No such thing as a silly question. If I place a bid and win and reserve is not met, what happens? It's not sold. The reserve is like a kind of a line where the price has to go past on an auction in order for it to sell. That's the whole point of a reserve. So if I've got something listed at 99p with a reserve on at £50, you bid up to £49, you don't win it. That's how I've always understood, and that's how it works in an auction house. Yeah.
And Mike says, how embarrassing. I meant you can sell the same product all around the world on eBay on the same day if the customer is willing to pay for the product.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And the other thing, going back to eBay, and why I would love to kind of have eBay running at the same level and rely on eBay, because we have a worldwide audience and we sell internationally, which is fantastic. And their reach is almost unrivaled apart from Amazon. You know, it's a huge market. And that's why, going back to someone mentioned the fees being so high, that's what you're paying for. We're paying for our listings getting in front of millions of potential buyers at the click of a button. Where else apart from Amazon do you get that?
Yeah. Hello, Shirley.
Shirley, good to see you. I did see that you got your special package. It arrived. Haven't watched the video yet.
I saw something that I was going to highlight. So, here we are. I was going to highlight Store's comment here. I'm really sorry to say it, but eBay nor Etsy really care. We're all relatively too small and probably more trouble than we're worth. Your phone call will result in hollow platitudes.
Maybe it will. It felt like it did last time. Because we asked them to send a representative on to explain the returns procedure, with including the not the returns procedure, what they made us go through with that light, going to the police station, getting a piece of paper signed by a police officer. I wanted someone to come on and explain the logic of all of that, and they didn't have a conversation with us. They weren't entertaining it. So they were happy to kind of apologize to us and reverse the decision in our favor, but they weren't happy to explain what went on, and they weren't happy, it seems, to change anything, because that's how they still operate with returns.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and other people have said similar things. You're wasting your time. Why bother? They're not going to listen to you. I would rather try and fail to have a conversation with eBay that might make some difference than not bother. You know, we have a platform. I mean, it's...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you do nothing happens. So, you know, you've got to speak up. You've got to say how you feel and how things have affected you.
Yeah. And we're not going to say no to having a chat with eBay. They contacted us, you know, fair play. And we're going to have a conversation, and a very honest and open conversation. If something comes of it, fantastic. Do I agree with you, Stoll, that it's likely to have no difference? probably. But we've got to try.
You've got to try, because if you don't try, then it doesn't,
So
You just answered that, by the way.
I thought I don't know.
When you swipe, it answers.
Well, they went away. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. We try. We're very trying. We're very trying.
Well, you are anyway.
Hold on a sec. What? Yeah, Gary's not enjoying the customer service. And it's hard to find people that think differently. And I don't know how aware eBay is of their reputation with customer service at the moment. I need to turn this off.
Yeah, just turn the sound off.
Oh, that'll do. If eBay decided to close your account, would you still keep on buying stock when lockdown is over? I guess we'd still need stock to sell on other platforms. Like
I said, we still have a business and we're still going to keep on reselling. We would just be doing it without eBay.
Yeah. Would rather that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Hi, man with a tan. I just started listing my sci-fi collection on eBay, and now I'm worried in case they pull the plug at some point. Moved my stuff from Amazon due to their charges and inability to list collections. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. The chances are it will be absolutely fine, but it makes us all feel uneasy. That's the point. That's how we're feeling now, and that's what we're going to convey to eBay tomorrow. Yeah. It makes you feel unsafe. Your business feel unsafe.
Absolutely. Neil said, "Is that calls for me? I'm not here."
Oh, Shirley. Oh, it's just jumped. But Shirley uses Poshmark. I don't think we have that, do we?
No, we don't have that yet. They had said at one point.
Can you highlight that?
What, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buying and selling is in the blood. eBay or not, we will carry on. Exactly. And I would relish the challenge in a way. I mean, we had this exact conversation last night again, didn't we? And there are other avenues, but I think I've been quite not in a rut, but just safe and just ticking along because eBay's there and it works and we do very well out of it. What this has highlighted is I can't take that for granted. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't take that for granted. And we do need to. I've been talking about setting up. We want to have 2 different Etsy stores. Andrea's already got one, which I think you're going to try and push a bit more as well. And I'm going to set up an Etsy and experiment with that, and Facebook a bit more and other options. Yeah.
Hi, Mark says, just discovered your channel. It's fantastic. What type of clothing do you tend to focus on these days since your dedicated clothing shop closed? I've been actually moving away from clothing.
Although you do like the really nice vintage stuff.
Oh yeah, I love vintage
the old stuff, which we might continue to pick up.
But I'm not concentrating on that as a product to sell now. So it's more, I love vintage, so I pick up vintage homeware and like vintage clothes. It's more sort of quirky stuff, really.
Yep. Thanks for that, Mark. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. Okay. Is there something buried in their terms and conditions that states they can do this without explanation or fair warning? Probably. Who reads terms and conditions? This is the thing. eBay need an open forum with sellers so they can switch on a bit better. Not a bad idea.
Maybe.
It's whether they're open to listening, really. And as we said before,
don't they have like they do have a particular forum or something, don't they? That people can chat.
Yeah, within there are a few. There's one within the eBay, isn't there, that we've never really got involved with. And there's the eBay for Business on Facebook, which I messaged about this. And when we went up to eBay HQ, there was lots and lots of talk from Hannah, who was in that side of the business, you know, customer relations, basically. And they were, the whole reason of inviting people up to London was to get that feedback. But did anything change from that whole day there and everything we all explained and our woes and concerns?
No.
Felt like nothing changed. So there's work to do for sure.
Hi Rob, he says, do you cross post to Etsy, Facebook, or just put items on those platforms when I cross list?
Very cross. You sit there all angry. Not funny. Sorry.
Yeah, I do cross list.
Hi Rob, thanks for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, Facebook for me, I've not done it for a while, but I just put more bulky stuff, bundles, or stuff I'd like to clear. That's kind of what I've used Facebook for. I did a few bundles of the shoes on Facebook going back, I don't know, nearly a year now. How long have we had the shoes? Really early days, I did some bundles on there. Yeah, about a year.
April. Yeah, nearly a year now.
But Facebook, I want to experiment with more. The trouble with Facebook is I find it really frustrating because there's no comeback, right? And people can say, yeah, I want it. Yeah, I'm coming around tomorrow, and nobody turns up. Spock was even worse for that. Spock was like,
oh, it's tiresome, wasn't it?
Something listed for a tenner. I'll give you £2, mate. I'll be round in 5 minutes. No, thank you. You know. Yeah.
Mr. Sprout says, when you speak to eBay, will you be putting over the point that a lot of sellers are getting disappointed in how they're now operating? Yes.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. We'll tell them that we speak to a lot of other sellers through the channel, etc. And it's not just us that are upset by how they deal with these problems. Yeah, and that just go back to that one, Darren. Here's the thing: it's eBay's platform, and they, in their terms and conditions, somewhere it will say we have the right to terminate any account if they infringe on whatever. You know, it will be written in there, and I get that, and that has to be there because there are rogue sellers who are selling counterfeit, who are breaching terms and conditions, who are scamming buyers. We're not stupid. We know eBay has to have things set up to protect buyers from rogue sellers, right? It's such a complicated, I'm not saying from eBay's point of view, this is easy to solve, but they need to start listening. They need to start understanding that dealing with the many and varied problems they have, and they have to protect their platform from, they have to do it in a way that doesn't push sellers off. That's what I'm going to try and get across. I'm not saying it's easy at all.
Yeah. Hi, Zahir. Says, I think it's worth putting in perspective that the majority of people will never, thankfully, experience account suspensions. It's just a rude awakening when you're unlucky enough to face one. Yeah,
and I think you're right. Although in the last week, it's been 6 or 7 that we've heard of in our small little community. That's unprecedented. So something has changed like this month. It feels like certain algorithms have been switched on or whatever's going on, or whether it's managed payments that is triggering this stuff. We've had 2 within the last 3 or 4 months now, and 0 up until this point. Oh no, we had 1 like listing ban for 3 days due to a mistake I made about chatting with a customer about a sale. Do you remember the bike?
Yeah.
And that's in 20 plus years of eBay. So the occurrences are right up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, try not to live in fear. But that's what we're saying. We now are.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
I mean, it's faded already because the account's back on and I've been busy, you know, packaging, and it feels a little bit like normality is resumed, but still in the back of your head.
It shakes you.
Still in the back of my head that I don't know.
There's a nice comment here from Hannah saying it's a shame that this keeps happening. You both love what you do, and it's not nice seeing you both get disheartened. I hope you have a good outcome. You deserve it.
Thank you. Is that Noel? That looks like...
Yes, it is Noel Fielding.
That's Noel Fielding.
Yeah.
Excellent. Taylor's started selling trading cards. Good time to get into trading cards. They have gone through a renaissance and the prices have gone mental. Yeah.
Ian says, problem with Facebook is everyone wants something for nothing, especially in my area. I've been trying to sell my stuff on Marketplace for 2 years and literally sold about 14 items. Would agree with that. And also somebody was talking about Vinted earlier, and I think Vinted's turning into a very similar place. It's I've only sort of put things onto clear on there and put it on at low prices anyway, and then somebody comes along and goes, will you accept £2 for this? It's like, so is I only a £5. Come on.
Highlight Harry's.
I will do when I get to it. So it's frustrating when it gets like that.
My drink went down the wrong way.
Oh dear. Talking of Etsy, Store says Etsy reorganized their forums so that there is no longer a central topic that sellers can
contribute their grievances. It was a case of divide and conquer. And that's Etsy. It's the trouble when businesses get to a certain size, isn't it? It becomes really hard to control the beast.
It's understandable, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jean, yes, I was struggling to be articulate as usual. So yes, jugs. I like jugs. Thank you for clearing that one up.
You could, right? You could just go on thrifting, go on a day out.
I could just buy a
load of jugs and sell them on your Instagram.
I'd be like a pig in whatever.
The Jug Lady channel. Change the name of your channel. Jug Lady.
Yeah, like the Crazy Lamp Lady, I could be the Crazy Jug Lady.
Yeah. Andrea has nice jugs channel.
No.
There's a comment there from Helios. But wouldn't eBay benefit from helping sellers like they do with buyers too? I mean, they receive the fees from their sales, get more buyers on and so on. Yes. Logically, you think they would be really worried about this. And I hope that they are, and that they put things in place to at least respond to problems in a measured way, right? And not put the fear of God into their sellers and force them to look for alternatives and leave the platform, because that's what's happening. But yes, I agree. Protecting its sellers, you think, would be, number one, along with protecting their buyers. They need both for a successful platform. Yeah. But we feel expendable right now is how we're left feeling.
I've seen a few people asking what Etsy is. It's another platform which is growing quite large now. But you can sell vintage on there, and you can also sell anything that is handmade, that you've made yourself. So it started off as more of a craft type platform, and it's grown a lot. And so if you sell vintage, Etsy's the place to go. Or if you buy vintage, if you love buying vintage, that's the place to go.
I saw a comment about those messages. We had one today, didn't we? Supposedly from Royal Mail, and this is worth talking about, because if you get one, be careful. Now I can't find the comment. Harry, that's it. Harry Nelson says, just got a fake Royal Mail text telling me to pay more money on a website or my parcel won't be sent. I haven't even bought anything. My first scam text was from Lloyd's Bank. I'm not even with them. Yeah, I had one today. So
exactly the same.
If a parcel comes through and someone hasn't put enough postage on, Royal Mail will put a card through your door. You'll get a thing, and it will be held at the depot, and then you can either pay the fee online, or you can have it sent back to the return to sender. They won't contact you by text.
Yeah.
Well,
you came
in
and said it. You said, I'm just going to tell them to
well, I was going to ignore it. I wasn't going to click on the thing regardless.
And I said, don't do anything with that, because that's that they wouldn't do that. Why would they have your mobile number?
Yeah.
That's not the way they go about it. And don't click on the link.
It did look convincing.
Don't do it. Step away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So continuing with Etsy, Etsy's attitude to its sellers is a little better than eBay, but you tend to experience fewer customer issues
that require Etsy's support.
Yes. And also they do have a more relaxed view of things. You don't feel like you're going to be punished if you do something. Like eBay got this thing where you get punished if you get like a mark on your account, or you get this or whatever. Like there have been times, for some reason, I'm not sure what's going on with my app on my phone, but so when you get the little one that comes up when an order comes through, if I've missed the notification on my phone and I haven't looked at Etsy that day, and sometimes the one doesn't come up, so I'm completely oblivious that I've sold something, and I'll go into it the next day and I'll be like, oh my god, I need to ship this, otherwise it's going to be late. And occasionally it's been late, but Etsy are not going to punish you because you're a day late, or punish you because you've accidentally sold the same thing on eBay at the same time, which has happened to me once.
Oh yeah.
So I cancelled the one on Etsy because I knew that eBay would punish me if I told the person that I no longer have that item, but Etsy wouldn't. So yeah, it's a lot more chill.
Pete's had those, deleted automatically. I've grown wise over the years of scammers and phishing emails. Yeah, I just thought that was worth sharing because there's a lot going around. Royal Mail will not text you about an underpaid parcel. Don't click on it. I saw there was a super chat from Jack asking about tracking. 90-odd%, if not more, of our stuff all has tracked Royal Mail 48 on it. I think actually I sent your toothbrush standard Royal Mail second large letter, so that wouldn't have had tracking on, but I didn't think it was necessary for that. But yeah, usually everything goes with tracking on.
Yeah. Thrifty Shutterbug says, my vintage items fetch more money on Etsy, so I focus more on Etsy than eBay.
Yeah, that's interesting. We have done better on it. Some things that we've cross-listed, you put on Etsy for more.
Yeah, I do free shipping still, but
right.
But I do sell for more.
Yeah. Thanks, Philip. Love the comment. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Mike had about 5 scam emails or calls a day. Good Lord, they're really trying hard to get you, Mike.
Yes, except that we can't access our funds.
Yeah, back to normal as in listing, selling, all of that. But for some reason, there's a hold on our funds, which I'm going to speak to eBay about, because it was no problem. It was routine. There's nothing wrong. We provided what you asked for. Okay, eBay, why can't we see any of our money or retrieve any of get paid?
Yeah.
Get paid.
Yeah. Give the money.
Show me the money. So I want answers about that. I tell you how it feels as well. Right now, it's like they're saying one thing, everything's fine, it was routine, there wasn't a problem. Oh, that's good then. But their actions don't reflect that. And the fact that there's still a hold on the account.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack, you don't have to keep super chatting it. Just asking because my order just says shipped. Okay. I don't know what order you're relating to, but I'll have to look into it. Question. Is there a platform other than eBay or Amazon that's good for reselling? Etsy doesn't seem very universal for some items I sell. Well, Etsy is quite specific in that it's vintage or handmade. Is that right?
Yeah.
So it instantly cuts out a lot of what I choose to sell. So Etsy wouldn't be an answer for that. We've talked about the eBay Gum, which is a platform that's trying to come into the marketplace. So have a look at that. Facebook is the kind of Wild West of reselling. You can try and sell on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, I saw a comment that I wanted to highlight and I've lost it now. Let's go back. I think you can. I haven't done it, but I think you can, as long as it's vintage.
As long as it's over 20 years.
Yeah.
Is that the stipulation to be vintage? I think it's anything.
Yeah.
I know our friend Derek sells electronics on there. As long as it's over that vintage threshold. So a lot of my stuff would qualify, you know. Just looking, I've not got masses of stock in here, but those candlesticks, that record player, which I still haven't got sorted out. I know I promised somebody I would. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of stuff in here that would qualify.
Mm.
Yeah, I need to get onto that.
Yeah, you do. You need to start. You're right. Yes.
I need to do so many
George,
things.
yes. It's not a business site, vintage.
Yes,
So
be careful.
It's for clearing out your own stuff. Question there. Chance that.
Yeah, I can answer that.
Okay, we'll answer that one first.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Jetfly. Hi, Nick and Andrea. I'm a new seller. Need some motivation. Also, any tips, items I should be on the lookout for, or genre that sells well? That's a huge question. I mean, there's videos on this channel if you go back to when we were able to source, so you can see what we choose to pick up. But there's so many niches.
Yeah, and we always say, choose something that you enjoy. Choose something you know about.
Yep. Because
you will love selling it. You will enjoy selling it, and you already have knowledge in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If fashion and clothing is your thing and you're passionate about it, you will love dealing with clothes.
Yeah. If media is your thing,
if CDs,
selling media,
video games, if you enjoy the items, you will enjoy picking them up, messing about with them, describing them, listing them, selling them. It's a joy. When you get into, I've tried selling clothing alongside Andrea. It drove me nuts. I hated it with a passion.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he was a grumpy.
So that would be our tip, really. Find something that you're passionate about and you have knowledge about already, and you're halfway there. Yeah.
Was that the one you wanted to highlight?
Yeah. Are they like we've not been given the reasons? This is the problem here. We don't know what's triggered it. It would be likely that it's an algorithm that saw what went on with the cartridge
and went, oh, this is different.
And it triggered something saying, odd activity on this account. And I applaud eBay for that. They need those things in place to catch things that had gone on. Like, let's say somebody hijacked our account and weird things were going on. I would want eBay to have a system that flagged that up. But then I would like eBay to call me or message me and say, we've noticed this on this date and this. We need to prove your ID, prove you are still in control of your account. Perhaps tell us what that item was, what went on. If you don't, we might have to take action on your account. That's a measured response, not no message, no nothing, shut you down. That's not helpful to anybody.
No, it isn't. David, hello, says, can we get a hello for Amelia? Hello, Amelia. She's 8 years old, playing with her Lego Minecraft while she's watching you guys. Oh, hello.
Hi, Amelia. Oh, it's getting late. Is it bedtime for an 8-year-old? I don't know, maybe.
School tomorrow.
Thanks for watching Lego Minecraft. Excellent. Lego and Minecraft was like a match made in heaven, wasn't it? When you think about the fact that Minecraft's all blocks and then they Lego Minecraft sets, they were so cool. Right, we will think about wrapping up soon. Oh, we're actually at the end of the chat.
Well, it's only because I've missed so many.
Have you missed loads?
Yeah.
eBay is still the dominant sales platform.
9:10, and we normally go to about 9:30. So,
yeah, eBay is, and I don't know whether they're being complacent or they are so big they don't care. That's my fear, that they're just not bothered. Oh well, we can lose 1,000 accounts a day because we get 1,000 new ones. But if they didn't lose the 1,000 by treating us this way, they'd have 2,000. Right? It's like, I don't understand.
Also, the people that have lost their accounts are not going to go off to their friends and recommend them, are they?
No, no. And this sort of thing is a snowball effect. We've all felt it, I think, over the last couple of years, haven't we? That this kind of growing tide of eBay doesn't treat its sellers very well. It's a bit of a lottery whether you have an account from one week to the next. It's worrying. That's what they need to know if they don't already. Whew. Yeah, despite us phoning them and asking their advice about that listing and them being very okay about it, understanding the problem and advising us what to do, which we followed to the letter. You know, one hand not talking to the other, if that's the case, you know. Not that hands talk to each other, but you know what I mean.
What's all this about?
Oh dear, you've got to laugh, otherwise
you'll cry.
Go mad. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Well, and if that is the case, then they are dropping the ball, you know, because it doesn't take long for trust and the tide of negative feeling to ruin a business. And I know they're massive and they probably feel like this isn't a problem. But again, while we have this conversation going with them, and we're going to speak to them tomorrow about this, we're going to at least try and put across how we feel and how we know other people, so many other people feel about it, and see if they listen or care. Yeah. eBay is way more concerned with making their shareholders happy than making their sellers happy. But if all the sellers go, the shareholders would be a bit peed off. Right? There's a tipping point with losing sellers where revenue goes down. And that, yeah, is it just me? Can't be just me. Okay. Shall we think about wrapping up? We're at 1:15. Do you want to read some more stuff?
Up to you. We can read some more stuff if you want.
Weirdly, eBay's disdain is growing at the same rate as alternative selling platforms. Right. Okay. Maybe we would have just sucked it up before, but these days it makes you consider alternatives. Yeah.
Yeah, except I don't think things are as bad, you know, at the beginning of eBay. And I don't know.
No, it was nowhere near as bad at the beginning of eBay.
No.
Well, we didn't have as many issues. And half the issues now are created by eBay themselves, making it bloody complicated to use and avoid all of the things that might trigger something. Yeah. And Ryan has nailed it. Communication is key. If we'd have been talked to and we'd have been listened to, assuming it was something to do with the activity on the count around the cartridge, which we don't know because they're not telling us communication, all of this would have been avoided. All of this. Anyway. Repeat myself here. eBay have dropped the ball. I imagine a room being flooded with coloured kids' balls as a useful metaphor. It just makes it harder for sellers to sell. There's so little support from eBay. Oh, Amelia says she's up for selling the Minecraft if you're interested. £1 a set for some sweets instead. Sure, sure, get in touch. It's worth a lot more than the pound. I'll give you more than the pound for it. Okay. eBay has put a mark on my account. This is Veltec. And it was the buyer that was lying and eBay agreed. So why did we get a mark when eBay agreed the buyer was in the wrong? See, that's nonsense. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, and it's things like that that just make you think, what are they playing at? We've had things like this. It's just like the response doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Oh. eBay seem to keep giving the same answer of it's not your fault, but never seem to have a solution. Yeah.
It's not you, it's us.
It's not you, it's me.
No, that's what the message they have comes up when the site's being a bit funny.
Today, well, while all of this was going on and the account restriction was in place, I was trying to message eBay. I was trying to do this and that. And it was one of those days where the server kept going down. So it's not you, it's us every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know.
XF Spider says you guys have a great sense of humor, and most people would be going nuts about what's happening. Yeah, we've had our moments.
Yeah, there was some swearing that went on. You have to be philosophical about it. You have to look at the bigger picture and deal in worst case scenarios, which is why we have been talking about alternatives, because you kind of have to, and this has pushed us to think that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're fine, and we're being positive about it. It's all you can do, really.
Yeah, you have to keep positive. Yes, Joe, we will report back on the conversation.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, many buyers think eBay is dodgy, full of scammers. Yeah, they're not having a good rep, and they need to start turning that around. I mean, they're advertising. It feels like every time I put on the telly or the radio at the moment, it's eBay advertising for new sellers, and advertising to buyers a lot, actually, with the weird advert where they put a TV on the wall like a puzzle piece. That weird one. Yeah. If they put half of their advertising budget into looking at ways of keeping both buyers and sellers happier, whatever that solution is, I think that would pay off more than the blooming TV adverts.
Yeah.
But what do I know? Nothing. I don't know.
Carol's asking how I'm finding Etsy. She says, I've just joined, but I'm confused with view and visits and getting tags right, all new to me. Yeah, it does take a while to get used to it. It's very different listing on there than eBay. I do enjoy listing on there. But yeah, I just think about, when I think about the tags I put in, I think about what would I search for? If I'm looking for this item, what terms am I going to search for? And then I use those as my tags.
Yeah. Hi, Brenda. Glad you caught us. We're fine. Don't worry about us. Yeah, we're absolutely fine. Yes, we will read out a few more, and then we will let you get on with your Sunday evenings.
Hello to Sharif Demar from France.
Hi in France. Good to see you. Don't mention the headlamp. What, when we speak to them? I might do, you know. Oh dear. Hey Rich, good to see you, mate. I had that same message on my eBay. Yeah, their server has been switching on and off. I was trying to read messages earlier, just trying to open a message. It kept saying, it's not you, it's us. It's not you, it's us. And then you click it again and it'd open the message. It's like, what's going on? I remember eBay when you had to compete with sellers selling buckets of air and 1p that could have been held by John Lennon. And that went on every day. Oh, those were the days. Yeah. In the early days, it was truly the Wild West, because they hadn't started imposing ways of controlling the site, which they needed to do. You know, all of this is, if any of us tried to start a site now, as it grew, we would come up with all of these problems and have to find solutions to them. The solution is communication, but communication is expensive because it needs human beings, not algorithms and bots. And that's, in my opinion, and I don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, but in my opinion, they're relying too much on the AI and the algorithms, and they don't want to spend money on staff to look at an issue, actually work out what's going on and take appropriate action. That's what they're not doing. And it all comes down to communication. Whoever said that comment earlier, it's all about communication, 100%. And that's what's lacking.
Yeah, Libya says just because eBay is the largest platform doesn't mean they should be complacent. COVID has shown that even huge companies can fail, and there's always someone waiting to take over.
Yeah, they shouldn't be complacent.
Absolutely.
Hi, Joanne. Joanne's in France as well.
And Mr. Sprout says computer says no.
Computer says no.
That's exactly how we felt this week, actually. It's very much like that. It's like computer says no.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. No, see, France is in force tonight. Welcome. Okay. Right. I think we're going to wrap up here. I'm just scrolling to the end again. I'm probably going to record it for our benefit so we can watch the call back and quote it, because I don't want to misquote anything. We almost certainly won't use the footage on a video because we don't, it'll be a private call. But yeah, I think I'll record it so we can take quotes and actually say to you exactly what they said. Buy, sell, eBay. Yeah, it's like all the time at the minute. Would you consider selling on Wish? Isn't that the one with the weird stuff?
Yeah. No, we wouldn't. I didn't even know you could.
I was chatting with Lainey and some friends a couple of weeks back, and we were looking on Wish and had the most fun. It was hilarious. If you want a laugh, browse Wish. It's just amazing. Couldn't work out what half the stuff was.
Derek's
hey Derek, good thing about Etsy is they have an option to have a video on the listing. Yeah, that would be handy.
Mike, who else has said that?
I shared your N64 cart video with Pat the NES Punk. Yeah, I know Pat. Well, not personally, I know the channel.
And Santa says, no worries about any swearing that may have occurred, completely called for, considering the circumstances.
This one swears like a trooper.
I don't.
Don't you?
The odd word might come out, and then you say, don't swear while you're swearing your head off.
A couple of F-bombs may have come out of this sweet little face.
Oh, have I got a sweet face?
I thought we were at the end. We're going to get to the end. Right, isn't right? Challenge to get to the end. Hey, Shelley. I once sold a jar of air and an empty box on eBay. Oh, well done. Good sale. I can't read any of these.
That was one I was trying to find, actually. Algorithms have caused so much heartache for students during COVID. eBay should have learnt from this era of judgment and moved away from relying on algorithms to deal with this type of issue. I agree with you totally, and our daughter was one of those that suffered from the whole algorithm thing. Yeah.
The problem with a platform like eBay is there are so many variables, right? So many millions of different items, millions of scenarios and reasons why things can happen. And then when you add in couriers and postage and condition and returns, there's so many problems. You can't write an algorithm that can explain them all away. It's not a tick box procedure. It has to be dealing with a person, be that the buyer or the seller or both, and coming to a reasonable decision. But that is expensive and time consuming, and eBay doesn't want to spend money. And that's when appeasing the shareholders maybe is the fundamental issue, because maybe they're reining in that side of it and putting all the money into these TV adverts that we see all the time. Anyway, we as I keep saying, we don't know. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors or what they think about any of this. Okay.
Rich says, you'll never get to the end. Guess what? I did.
Are we there? Are we there? I think we're there.
We're there.
There we are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope that was enjoyable in some way. I don't know.
Well, I hope, we're all in it together, aren't we, really?
We're all in it together. That sounds like a song's coming.
Yeah, from High School Musical. We're all in this together.
We will be back next Sunday. We will, of course, update you with what the phone call provides, whether it provides any answers or anything. We will let you know. Yeah. That's all we've got to say. Have you thought of some words of wisdom to share with these? How many people we got in?
Right, Ryan's got some good ones.
700.
The end.
The end. We've got there. 710 people would really like some words of wisdom. New and fresh. New, fresh.
Stay safe, everyone, and sanitize.
They're the old ones. They're the same ones. Thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye.